All right, what's going on, everybody? Hippie here. Getting a little bit over a cold. Winter's kicking in. Well, first winter is starting to kick in where I live, and no one can get away from getting a head cold. But I want to try to stay true to this, so I am going to get this video out no matter what. So I'm wanting to start a new thing where it's not really necessarily a product review, but it's more showing beginners where you can go and find some of your gear. I covered Covert Instruments on the last video, some of their beginner kits. I didn't really go into like the Reaper set, anything like that. This is really solely for beginners. Or just like the entry-level kits that you can get from some of these companies. So, like I said, Covert Instruments was last time. If you guys want me to cover like the Reaper set or something like that, absolutely hit me up in the comments. Okay, so this week we're going to cover Multipick. So, zoom in just a little bit here. So, right now in the United States, it is getting a little difficult to try to get pick manufacturers that are from outside the United States. Just the way that things are going. I said zoom in. I didn't mean it. So, right now, the prices that I'm going to give you are all excluding shipping for Multipick. Bare bones, Australian pick company. I wish I had some. I wish that I would have been able to get some before some of this stuff kind of kicked off. And they actually stopped shipping to the United States for quite a while, and they just now said that they are capable of shipping to us, but because of tariffs and steel prices, everything's gone up, just for shipping, right? Probably same with Multipick, them coming from Germany, and Moki coming from the UK. They actually, if you go to the Moki website, they do not offer shipping to the United States right now. I literally just tried to get on their website and see what was going to happen, and it said that my shipping address is excluded from where they can ship. So, with that being said, let's start talking about some lock picks. All right, Multipick is one of those ones that is considered top tier, right? I don't disagree with that. The pick quality that you get with Multipick is extremely good. So I've got 3 kits that I'm actually going to cover. I've got 2 just on-hand lockpick cases that I can show. This is their bigger roll. If you, excuse me, sorry. If you guys order, I want to say like a good 27 piece or higher, usually this is what they're going to come in. I've only seen the rolls for the dimple kits. So I also did not pull pricing for the dimple kits or other higher end ones. I do have one kit. It's the Christina Palmer one. I will talk about that. I could not find, I went digging just a little bit on their website. I do have, I think it's Lock Noob, right? Zoom in. Yeah, designed by Lock Noob. I do have the Lock Noob rake set, but I did not pull the pricing on that. That's my fault. My apologies. Like I said, I just want to get through talking about some of these beginner kits. I wouldn't necessarily consider that a beginner set. One of these is the absolute highest that I could even imagine somebody trying to pay for a beginner set, and even then, I have a hard time justifying spending that much on lockpicks for a set. Anyways, all right, let's get into it. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Sandman starter. So this comes in at is a 3-piece, and it comes in at $15. This is the style case that you will get with it. One of their genuine leather snap cases. You get a 1mm Z-bar that is good for top of keyway and bottom of keyway. You get a short hook you get a short hook and a triple peak. So this is the 3-piece kit that you get from Multipick with the Sandman starter. So honestly, not that bad. I didn't actually purchase, I've got the picks here to put together these kits. I didn't actually buy these kits. Just letting you guys know. I am a huge fan of their short hook. I go to this one and another one that I got in my Christina Palmer, the super thin one, in order to pick a lot of the upper style locks that have tighter keyways. I don't use the rakes too much. I don't really rake that much on this channel. So anyways, that is the 3-piece set Sandman starter. All right, moving on. This is the Sandman beginner set. So I've already got a short hook in there. I can set that off to the side. This is what you are going to get. Like I said, I've got these enough to where I can actually make them a couple of times, but this is the gist of it. This would be considered the Sandman beginner now. It comes in the same kind of snap case. The only difference is for $30, you are getting 6 tools instead of 3. So what you will end up getting is a, be gentle with me when you see the condition of this short hook. All right, guys, everybody was heavy-handed on tensioning at one point in time and messed up some picks. Okay, so be nice. Anyways, what you get is a short flat hook, a deeper round hook, and a triple peak. Right, those are the 3 pick profiles that you will get in this kit, along with 3 Z tension bars, which are going to go from, I believe it is 0.8. Give me one sec. I can try to get all of these facing in the right direction and actually show you guys. My cat is currently trying to climb into my lap, and it is not happening. Go away. All right, so these are the 3 tension bars that you will get in this set. They are all designed by Christina Palmer's. So you will get a 0.8 millimeter, 1 millimeter, and 1.3 millimeter. So once again, these are top of keyway and bottom of keyway Z bars. So for $30, $15 step up, right? You get an additional pick profile and a Z bar. If you're brand new into this, I would say go ahead, spend the $15. See whether or not you actually like how the multi-picks feel and everything like that. That way you can actually like progress. They do have a single pick profile option on their website to where you can go in and kind of hand select which picks you want to get. Covert Instruments also just started offering that as well. They have it underneath the chop shop option, I believe. Should probably do way more research to make sure that I'm not like trying to lead you guys astray on these options. All right, now with that being said, sorry, I'm putting away some of the gear as I'm talking about it because I don't actually leave these in the cases. So with that being said, get these guys put back over here. All right, last but not least, like I said, this is where we get expensive, right? Once again, coming from Germany, this is the upper echelon that people have in the picking community is Multipick. So with that being said, this right here is a 27-piece Christina Palmer, and it is $166. Yeah, that's pretty steep, admitted. So with that, this is the kit that you're looking at. You will get 2 long reaches, 2 short flat hooks. I'm just realizing that that's a short round hook, but it's 2 flat hooks, 2 medium rounds, 2 deep, and then two types of feelers. At least that's what I would call these. I've never actually picked with those profiles. Anybody that's a little bit more advanced than me, by all means, let me know what these are in the comments. All right, moving on. You get both gauge size quad and quint rakes. Moving on to these guys, right? So you'll have a 1 millimeter and 1.3. They're just kind of the rounded ends for tensioners. You get, the 1.4 designed by Christina Palmer. I would just say that this is like a bottom of keyway, right? It just gives you, if I actually had one where this would fit, I don't even know if it'll fit in there. Just kind of like an offset, I would say. I don't really know. Like I said, I like their picks. I do not know a whole lot of details about some of these guys' custom style picks or what their purpose is, really. I hardly ever use that thing. And then you get the top of keyway, but you get them in the short profile and long neck profile, and it is a 0.8 millimeter to 1.3 millimeter on all of these sizes. So again, this one right here is one of the harder ones to say, you know what, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drop $170 on picks. Not to mention, that's the price without shipping right now. I was actually pretty terrified about putting in my address to actually see how much shipping would be to get here. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. My laptop's still turned on. Website's still pulled up. I just won't show it on the screen. That way, nobody gets any wise ideas about trying to figure out my address. But, like I said, the Christina Palmer set is a great set. It really is. The fact that it comes with both of those widths is amazing. I really like it. All right, let's do the Sandman set just so I accidentally click on something. Oh wow, okay, so Sandman starter set. I guess I misspoke. The Sandman starter set 3-piece, right, is $19.78, excluding shipping. So, looks like DHL is the shipping, which is going to add an additional $3.82. Come on now. Oh, here we go. Street address. We'll do that. My only guess is that they have... I don't even think that they have anything here in the States. For where you can go, like a third-party handler that would ship these to you, right? All right, so anyways, so it looks like what's going to end up happening is the $19.78, after everything is all said and done, it looks like it's going to be $28.09 for the 3-piece, which means This one that is $30 is going to be probably closer to about $45. And the Christina Palmer set that is $166 is probably going to end up being, what would that be? Probably about $180, figuring tax and shipping. So that's actually pretty steep on all of these. But like I said, this is for beginners. Someone in my last video made a comment about how I should talk about how some of these pick companies that are outside the United States are having a hard time getting their stuff to us, or just the cost to consumer is definitely going up quite a bit. So that was one of the good things about wanting to do Multipick next. And with that comment, it did kind of solidify me talking about it. These guys were on the list to get to anyways, so there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It looks like I got quite a lot of new faces that checked in after the Covert Instruments video. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I very much so appreciate that. If you do enjoy, just remember, like, subscribe. Yeah, man, always stay positive, right? Stay rad, stay positive. And I think next week for Hippies High Lifts is what I'm calling it. We will did Multipick, did Covert Instruments. Let's do Southern Specialties. So next week on Friday, we will do Hippies High Lifts, and we will talk about Southern Specialties and their beginner sets. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys stick around and you tune in next Friday for High Lifts, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.